morning. Okay, I'm making a cheddar jalapeno loaf. I've never done this before, and the last time I did this kind of savory inclusions with cheese, it didn't go great because I tried to add the inclusions later in the process. I'm trying something different this time. I'm doing it right on in the stretch and fold phase. So this is just my standard sourdough recipe. See if I can remember it. 100 grams of starter, 275 grams of water, 10 grams of salt, 400 grams of flour. Mix that up, let it set for an hour. And then in the stretch and fold phase, in the first one, I added some chopped pickled jalapeno peppers, so the kind you get in the jar, you know? And I don't know, it was as much as I had left in the jar, which was maybe quarter cup, I don't know. And then I threw in shredded sharp cheddar cheese. If I was more gourmet, more, you know, whatever, I'm sure I would have grated my own cheddar, and I just used the stuff, it's the Sargento or whatever that was in the fridge. And I don't know how much I added, just kind of a lot. And then I, you know, did this and just mixed it all in. This is my third stretch and fold. It's definitely wetter than my doughs usually are at the third stretch and fold, but it is starting to kind of get its, you know, get stronger, get less sticky. I also decided to keep it in this bowl that I did my initial mixing in instead of putting it in my favorite, you know, that one I showed you guys before, that's that square container that has the measurements on the side. I just decided to keep it in this because it was kind of messier. So anyway, cheddar jalapeno loaf. I'll let you know how it goes. Hi again. It's time to shape the cheddar jalapeno loaf. It has been, I'll tell you, I feel like I've gone a little too, it might be a little over fermented. It is way at the top of the bowl, you see that? But that feels pretty good, actually. I didn't do it in my usual container that has the quart marks because honestly it was dirty and I only have one. So I just, oh, actually that's great. See how that just came right, it just like released from the side of the bowl, super easy. I think that's a good sign. Okay, so, you know what, let me move this so you can maybe get a better view. Here, so then what we're gonna do is, we are going to do what I learned a lot of this from Alexandra's Kitchen. You all are probably aware of her videos. They're great, very, she's a great teacher, very instructional. So you do what's called that envelope fold, and then after you do that, it's a little sticky. I'm gonna put a little flour on this just to make it a little easier to work with. And then I'm going to do this thing, right, where you just kind of shape it like this, and you're gonna create some surface tension on your dough ball. A little crooked. You know, I saw today an ad for, it looked like a silk hat, but it was like a rubber mat thing that you put on your counter for a surface. I might look into getting that because my counter has tiles, so it has grout lines, which is just annoying. It's not really a smooth surface. When I win the lottery, I say that all the time, I'll do that too, right? I'm gonna get granite countertops that are all, you know, smooth surface so I can shape my dough right on the countertop. I don't have that right now, so I just use this big old wooden cutting board as mine. Okay, so I'm doing this until I get a nicely shaped round loaf, and I get some good surface tension on this. All right, that looks pretty good. It's a little sticky, Hold on, I'm gonna do a little bit more, just a little bit more flour. And it might be a little sticky because I might have let it go. I just got back from dinner. I went out to dinner tonight, so, you know, I might have, if I had been home, I might have done this maybe an hour or two ago, but I didn't, so whatever, it doesn't matter. The thing is, sourdough is, I don't know, in my experience, it's pretty freaking forgiving. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now I've got this nice little tight, cute, round loaf shape. And I'm going to let it sit on my counter for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer for 40 minutes and I'm gonna let it do its thing for 40 minutes. Then I'm gonna do this again. Then I'm going to put it, then I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight and I'll bake it tomorrow morning. So, see you in 40 minutes. Okay, I envelope folded it again and now I'm just going to try to shape it into, you know what, this is very sticky, way stickier than my usual loaves. I'm gonna add a little flour to it. I don't usually do that at this stage, but this is super sticky. It could be because of the extra moisture from those pickled jalapenos. I'm not sure, but I'm winging it here. So I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna add a little flour to this puppy. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of winging it here. I don't really know, but this is just a little too sticky for how I'm used to working with this. So let's see here. Let's see if that helps me get a little bit more control over it. And because I want to shape it again, or you know, yeah, shape it again and get some nice surface tension on it. Here, that's behaving a little bit more like I'm used to. Okay, there she goes. There she goes. Now she's looking like she's supposed to look. All right, a few chunks in here. I'm just gonna get those puppies back in. I'm saying puppy a lot. I don't know why. Okay, there, that's looking good. So now we've got a nice round little loaf. Got a little surface tension on it. I've got my basket ready. I'm gonna plop her right in there, like that. And then I'm gonna cover her and put her in the fridge until tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna bake her tomorrow morning and I will let you know how it goes. Good morning, happy Friday. It's Friday. Day 2 of my cheddar jalapeno loaf. So it has been in the fridge overnight. I just I'm preheating right now my oven to 500 degrees. The Dutch oven is in there preheating with the oven. I've had this covered in the fridge all night. I'm gonna admit to y'all, I don't like using the plastic wrap. I am sort of experimenting. I used to use just plain tea towels, but something about it, oh gosh, so this is, you know, this is the story of my, whatever, this is the story of my life. I get these tidbits from people and I'm like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. Somewhere I heard you really do need to use something a little more than just the tea towel because I don't know why, but I'm not happy with it. I just don't like using plastic. I mean, I try to reduce the amount of plastic I use. So anyway, I'm just using you all as a little confessional here to say I'm not super proud of using the plastic wrap there. I've started seeing some covers for the baskets that are like elastic and maybe they've got a bit of a waxed inside or something. Anyway, if anyone has some great product or something that they love, pop it in the comments, would you? And I'll look into it because I'd like to ditch the plastic. Okay, coffee break. It's one of my favorite coffee cups. I like that it's pointed at me because I don't really want to be like doing that to people. Like that seems rude. It's really a note to self. Like when I get all, you know, whatever about blah, 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 I look at my cup and I'm like, shh, Shelly, no one cares. Drink your coffee. Okay. Back to the bread. Okay, so back to the bread. I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna turn it out onto some parchment paper, score it, all that stuff. Be right back. All right, I've got the parchment paper over the bowl here, the basket, I guess it technically is. And then I just give it a flip onto a dinner plate. I don't even need the dinner plate, just gives it a little more stability while okay, all right, this is looking pretty good. You see that? Now I'm gonna give it a little score. I always, like, how do I wanna score it? Oh, wait, no, wait. I wanna put a little flour on top first. It just helps the design kind of pop. You don't have to, it's just sort of, you know, aesthetics. BRB. Apron's all wonky. Just my standard. A little that way, and then that way. I don't know if you can see this. I'll show you when I'm done. That way, and that way, and then, oh, I just changed the blade in this. That's so satisfying. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. There. I just like it like that. Just nice and simple. Into the oven she goes. My oven is preheated to 500 degrees with the Dutch oven inside. So, ooh, you see that little burst of, I've never done this with the camera pointing at me. I didn't know it actually bursted the air out like, you know, sourdough supermodel. Okay, so anyway, there, I'm gonna take where I prepped my loaf. I'm just gonna drop it right in there. And then I learned that, so you know what I need? I need one of those, they're like Silpat slings or whatever. Then I wouldn't have to do this, but I kind of like it. It's kind of charming, the whole parchment paper thing. Anyway, I just pull it kind of away from my loaf because those wrinkles in the paper will cause a ripply edge to the loaf. All right, so then, don't forget to put your mitt back on before you put the lid back on, because remember, it's really hot. It's 500 degrees hot. And then you pop the whole thing back in. And then I'm gonna reduce the temperature in the oven to 450, and I'm gonna set the timer for 30 minutes. See you in 30. All right, after 30 minutes, time to take it out of the oven. I'm gonna do, it just cracks me up, that hair blow. I'm gonna do two things. One, which I always do, which is you wanna take the lid off for this final part of the baking so that it gets brown on top. Let me show you what it looks like here. Okay. She's looking so pretty, gorgeous. I'm gonna reduce the heat to 400 before I forget. And then, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna add a little bit of decoration. I've got some more, shredded cheese, and I have some sliced up fresh jalapeños. Remember, I put jarred jalapeños in the dough, but I just thought, I saw this on somebody's channel. But I'm going to gently place some more cheese here on top. I just think it's gonna look really pretty with this extra melted cheese on top, and then I'm gonna put these fresh jalapeños, really just as decoration. Okay, so, that's gonna burn on the edge. Okay, it'll be fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna take these little slices. I want to show you what that looks like. Looks good. And then I'm gonna put her back in the oven at 400 degrees this time for 10 more minutes. Do this carefully, so I don't want them to fall off. I'm gonna stay right where I put them. Okay, and now I'm gonna set the timer, which I often forget to do. It drives me nuts. Okay, so timer, 10 more minutes. All right, see you in 10. Okay, it's 10 minutes. We're gonna take it out and take a look. See it? Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks really good. I actually want it to be a little bit more brown. I want that cheese to get a little crispier. So I'm gonna put it in for, I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes. All right, I had it in there for that extra 5 minutes because I want the cheese to get nice and bubbly. Let's see if I got it. Yeah, that looks really good. Gosh, I almost could go a little bit longer, but I don't want it to overdo and get dry. Oh gosh. I'm gonna go a few more minutes. I am. Okay. Oh, I hope I won't regret this, but all right. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But I don't want to risk overdoing the bread, so I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to let it cool 2 hours, and then we're going to slice into it. Oh my God, it is going to be so hard to wait 2 hours to cut into this gorgeous loaf, but you must wait or it will smush. So, okay, 2 hours on the cooling rack. I promise to be good and wait. Okay, here she is, my cheddar jalapeno loaf. Never made this before. Let's cut into this and see what we see. It looks pretty good. Now it's a dense crumb, I can tell that. And I noticed that it doesn't have the lift of my usual loaves. The moisture content of both the jalapenos and the cheese. Okay, I'm gonna cut a slice. I'm not gonna warm it up. I'm just gonna cut a slice and taste it. I'll be right back. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's like a good brown on the bottom there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. The little decoration on top of the cheese right there. I'm gonna have the cheese and the jalapeno. Here we go. A little bite from the jalapeno. That cheddar is really good. It's dense. I actually really like that. This would be so good. Like a slice of this, the bowl of chili, you know, there's like that dense. It's got a really moist texture to it that I really like. Oh, the heat is at the back of my throat. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so I'm gonna give him a bite. Okay. Okay, bye. Alright.
It's so cheddary and jalapeno-y.
It is.
For real. Like,
and it's good, right?
It's all throughout, too. Yeah.